You're not getting my shoes, right? Don't get my shoes.
No.
Because I have
No.
slippers on.
No, barely got the benches.
Okay. Is it recording?
It's recording now.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Oh, I can't get it.
Hi,
I can't get it
guys.
from over here.
Okay.
Yeah. So, episode 3, Athletes at the Bar. We've got Connie. Connie, how long have you been here?
Since it started, 2023.
Yeah.
Like 3 months, 3 months after.
Yeah,
it
it
started?
was. Yeah, pretty. You know what? This is a good. I should make a note that I should look into some of that, some of those stuff.
Yeah.
I should, pull up your profile and see start date and stuff like that. Maybe next time.
Okay.
Okay, so 3 years, coming up 3 years soon. The gym's been open, coming up 3 years. So you'll be 3 years here. Did you have any background before? Did you play sports in school, anything like that? Now, some people say no, and then they're like, oh, well, I did like gymnastics from like Jill said, like 6 to 12, and it's like, that's significant.
Well, I did, I think it was like track in middle school.
Okay.
And I think that's about it.
What did you do at track?
I ran.
You ran?
I don't remember. I just know that I used to run.
Uh-huh.
I used to run in circles, and then I used to like jump the hurdles.
Okay.
So
okay, it's a hurdle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I did that, but
Interesting.
I mean that's been a long time ago.
Yeah. You don't remember if you did like the 200 meter, 400 meter,
Oh,
anything like that?
no, I don't remember that.
No, you just remember doing hurdles.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Were you actually in track, or was the equipment just on the field, and you were like, "Let me
No,
try it"?
I was last, but I was in track. I'm like,
You were in last place.
yeah, always.
No, not always. Not always.
Well, in track I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. It didn't click for you. I guess.
No.
How long were you in track?
I
guess.
think it was just that season because I
Yeah.
never did it again.
Yeah. So why did you join track?
I think my mom made me.
Mom made you. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Were there any other sports that you were interested in, or was it just your mom was like, "You got to do something"?
I think she just. I don't remember honestly.
Mm.
I don't remember. It's a long time ago. But no, I wasn't like actively in sports. No.
Mhm.
I probably just did something for a little bit and then that's it.
Yeah, just to kind
Yeah.
of try it out, see
Yeah.
see if your friends liked it, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's about to hang out with the friends. So since you've been here, did you do CrossFit before here at all?
I did.
A little bit or a lot of it?
I did. I want to say 6 months of it,
Mm.
and then I stopped,
Mm.
and then I went back for like 2 months,
Mhm.
and then I stopped, and then I found refiners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we just closer? I don't know that we ever talked about this.
So yes. Yes. So one of the things that really pushed me to like continue coming into refiners was the 4 o'clock class,
Mhm.
because the other one was later.
Mhm.
And then it wasn't, I used to work really close to here,
Mhm.
so I would leave work and come here.
Mhm.
So that was the second thing. And then the third thing was when I came into my first class, I think it was a one-on-one. Do you remember that? It was like just a one-on-one?
I don't know. There was a one-on-one. I know the 4 o'clock class was really slow in the beginning,
Uh-huh.
so it might have just been that you were the only one here.
That day, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like I was
Yeah, there
like the
were
only one here that day.
Yeah.
And we went ahead and did a one-on-one, I guess you could say,
Mhm.
because I was the only person here.
Yeah.
And I remember you're like, I know I can push you for more,
Mhm.
but I want you to come back, and I
Mhm.
don't want you to be sore, so
Yeah.
I'm not. And then I'm like, that's my coach. I'm like, that's him.
Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, when new people start, there is that kind of like barrier where people are like, oh, it's gonna be like super intense, and I don't want to like do too much and hurt myself, and I'm not gonna be able to walk the next day. So
Yeah.
I really try and be mindful of that because I don't want to scare anybody away from it. And apparently
yeah.
it worked.
Yeah, because I'm
Apparently
like,
it worked.
okay,
Yeah.
this is the place I want to go.
Yeah, we've got to ease into it. I mean, now I'm like pushing you to grab heavier
Yeah,
weights.
that's different.
But now you're more conditioned to it.
Yeah.
So, And then shortly after you started, you dragged your sister and your mom here.
I dragged my mom first, yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember about how long afterwards that was?
It wasn't that long.
Mhm.
I want to say it was like probably like a month or two after I started. I dragged my mom, and then after my mom, my sister is the one that joined us. Or no, was it Joanna? It was technically I think it was Joanna. I think my mom came and she wasn't sure, and then Joanna came in. Joanna's the one that actually did stay, and then we convinced my mom to join after that.
So I guess the same type of mentality. Like the reason you stayed is why you brought your mom and can try to convince your mom and Joe to come out too.
Yeah.
What kind of benefits have you seen being here this whole time, being here, coming up 3 years? What have you noticed?
So I'm stronger. I am. Sometimes I surprise myself because I'm like, whoa, like I did that.
Yeah. A lot of times.
Yeah, a lot of times.
Yeah.
I really,
'Cause we talk about that a lot. Like I talk about like one of the biggest barriers that you have is just being uncomfortable. You're not comfortable being uncomfortable. And a lot of the times it's like, honey, you can do way more than that, and then you do.
Yeah. It's that. Yeah, it's that because I'm like, I don't think I would have. Honestly, I don't think that I would be this far in my CrossFit era if it wouldn't have been for this gym. And and I say that because you're like, I was like, Connie, you can do more. Connie, you can do more. And so that's really helpful and like encouraging. Like Jill, she's also been like one to push me.
Yeah. Jill does a great job. Everybody here does a pretty good job about like encouraging everybody else to like add a little bit more and see, because a lot of the times, you know, we feel uncomfortable and it's like, oh, that's my limit, and it's like, it's not even close. It's not even close. See, this is one of those times, like having the questions. I haven't like scripted out questions.
Why haven't you done that?
Yeah.
You're a procrastinator.
Procrastinator a little bit, yeah. But also, like, I don't want it to be, you know, like scripted. I don't want to just be like, like next question.
Yeah.
Although that would be nice if I don't have like a good question to be able to ask. So you've gained a lot of strength. Would you say, because one thing I want people to have is like more confidence in what they're able to do, and I think that is something that we're still working on with you, because I think being comfortable while you're uncomfortable is something we've got to work on, and then sometimes the confidence to be able to do some of this stuff, I think is that as well, because it's like, honey, you can clean that weight. We were doing, you know, cleans.
Yeah, I did I just checked, and the last time I did that was 95. And then today I did 115.
Yeah.
But I honestly, I can say that if I wouldn't have teamed up with Jill, I wouldn't have gone closer to that weight, because I would have been like, oh, I did 95 last time, I'll just do like 97 this time.
Yeah.
Like that's just how my brain works.
Yeah. Yeah. So that confidence too, I think that's something that we try and build up, especially with the women, because we have mostly women at the gym.
Yeah.
I talk about that a lot.
Yeah.
And I think one thing that women, I think everybody struggles with, like confidence and self-confidence. But I think in the gym, like seeing that you're able to do something, especially when like you can just flip it around like immediately, when you're like, I can't do that thing, and then you find out you can, and even being able to do more. Like you said, 95 pounds is the heaviest clean you had done before. And then today you went up to like 115. That's significant. That's 20 pounds, which is, you know, that's almost a 20% increase, which is a lot. If we wanted to increase your income by 20%, you'd be like, let's go.
Do it. Yeah.
Right. So that's awesome. That's one thing that I think that I keep like trying to push you on is like being more comfortable, being uncomfortable, and then having more confidence.
Yeah.
I will say that's something that like I practice with the movements that we do, it's like just not being worried about not doing it. It's like, let's just worry about doing it.
Doing it, yeah.
Worry more about doing it, and because if you're thinking, oh, I'm not gonna be able to do it, I'm not gonna be able to do it, you're not really like fully committing into it. You've been working on schooling stuff.
Yes.
Talk about that. What's
Oh
going
my
on with that?
gosh.
Because a lot of times I'm like, Connie, you're not here, and you're like, yeah, I'm working on classes. What are the classes?
So right now I'm taking I'm taking a marketing class right now.
A marketing class.
Yes.
Fantastic.
I am marketing management, and then I think financial management
Okay.
next semester.
You need that. But
Yes, I do.
keep going.
I do need that one, and then after that's my capstone.
What's the capstone?
I have no idea. I haven't looked that far. I take it 1 week at a time, Steve.
That's the best way to go about it.
I'm like, I'm not gonna look too far into
Yeah,
into
yeah,
it.
because then you're just looking at like this huge mountain, and it's like, okay, we don't need to worry about like up there when we're down here.
Yeah.
So that's a good way to go about it. And when did you start the classes?
So I actually started. In. Well, it's a long story.
They're all long stories.
So I started college right after high school, and
Okay.
then I was almost done, and then I didn't complete that.
Mhm.
Then I went back and got an associate's.
Mm.
And then in 2023, I decided to get my bachelor's.
Okay.
So it's different now that I'm an adult
Mhm.
and I have to manage a full-time job in
Sure.
school. So I took a break last year, and then I decided to finish it this year.
Yeah.
So
Just getting into
so
it.
yeah, so I graduate in April actually.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Will that be before or after True Challenge?
When's True Challenge?
April 18th?
Is before.
Before?
Yeah.
Oh, it'll be a nice little celebration thing.
Maybe.
So why haven't you and your mom and Joe signed up for that as a 3-person team yet?
Because I didn't know about it until now. I don't know.
Fantastic. And now you're on record that you will sign up, because I think I just said
what's the True
something.
Challenge?
It's Festivus.
Oh yeah, no, you told me about that. Okay. No, I did know about that yesterday. 'Cause I just found out yesterday.
Okay. Fantastic. So you guys will sign up.
I
We just gotta
will.
figure out a team name.
So it's like a team of 3.
Team of 3 or individual.
Okay. I'll ask them.
It's not so much like an ask situation. Like I'm not asking you now to sign up. Like I wouldn't be asking them to sign up. It would be like, you are gonna sign up.
But that's different because I already competed. I'm already outside of my comfort zone. Like I already know what it's about, and my mom hasn't done that yet.
Yeah.
So
Well,
we
right.
have to kind of be like, it's fun, mom.
Right. Like
And
that's the
then
thing. Like
she'll
you've already
be like-
done it, so you'll be able to guide her through. And it's just the movements are all doable, and she's a fantastic athlete. Like it's not like there's double unders or pull ups or anything like that.
Okay.
Like the biggest challenge in those workouts are like the stuff that's synchronized. So there's like synchronized kettlebell swings and synchronized goblet lunges and stuff like that. Really, that's the most challenging part.
Okay.
The movements, it's not like we're doing squat snatches and double unders and toes to bar.
Okay.
It's
so
a very like entry level competition.
Okay. Okay.
Similar to the XYL, where you can be strong and be there, but with True Challenge, actually like I would be disqualified from that. Like people who are like always RXing the workouts, or people who like qualify high enough in the open, they're like disqualified because it is supposed to be an entry level competition.
Okay.
For like the everyday CrossFitters.
Okay.
People who have full-time jobs and are getting to the gym, 4 days a week, 5 days a week on a good week, stuff like that. 2 days a week, you could do better than 2, but
Yeah.
schooling, stuff like that.
Yeah.
2 days is a great place to maintain because you're already very strong. Like after school, if you were to say like, oh, like I really want to like push and like really work on my skills and really work on my strength, because you're already, like I said, you're already very strong. It would just be if you're wanting to like break through to that next level. But being strong the way you are, and then like being busy and going to the gym twice a week while you're busy is kind of fine because that's enough to maintain. It's not like you're getting weaker over time or anything like that.
Okay.
So that's awesome. We just got to figure out a team name for the three of you, or we reorganize the teams and Maria ends up someplace else on another team, and you guys end up on a different team.
How many teams do you have signed up?
Currently 2 teams signed up, but we have like a lot of teams that are established that just haven't signed up yet.
Okay.
Like we've got Lydia and Allison and Kara. We've got Jill, Stacy, Amy. 2 other teams that are signed up, and I feel like there's maybe 1 more that I'm missing, and I got to start like pushing more of the stuff.
More. Okay.
Like social media, marketing.
Yeah, you have to market it.
Yeah. It's tough.
It is.
Marketing, the marketing side is
You really
tough.
have to think outside the box.
Yeah. And it's a challenge because like I spent 17 years in the RV industry, so like I can do like physical work. I can do like crazy amounts of physical work. If you're like shovel the parking lot, I'll be like, got it, and I can go out there and shovel for 8 hours. But if it's like sit in front of the computer and do 25 minutes worth of work, I like sit down and I'm like, I don't know how. Like I know how to use a computer, but like I don't know how to like work.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, like, and the marketing side is challenging too, because I'm also used to doing physical work that's like you see the results from it, whereas like a lot of the time with like marketing and like the back end work is a lot of stuff that's like you're doing work for later, or you're doing work that's like it doesn't get recognized, something like that, versus like, oh, build a thing, oh look, the thing is built.
Yeah. There you go, good job. And then you're like, yeah.
Right. You spend an hour, programming on the computer, and nobody's gonna like look at the whiteboard and go, "Oh, fantastic! You did such a great job, like editing the workouts and making it make sense and
making it fit for us."
Yeah. So a question I like to ask people is, how much earlier would you have liked to start doing CrossFit? Because hindsight's 20/20, so after you get into it and you're into it for like 3 years, you're like, man.
Honestly, I think I would have done it about 10 years ago. I was very thin, and my older sister, I don't think you've met her. She came one of the events.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think maybe we had met in passing.
Yeah. She was like, you should go to CrossFit, you'll really tone up. And I'm like, I don't want to look like a boy. And yeah, so I didn't do it. But I started like following and looking into what people would do, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool. When I started having an open mind about it, like I want to do that, and then I finally said, you know what, I'm gonna try it, and that's why I'm here.
Yeah.
So I would have done it, like 10 years ago.
Yeah, I do. That is something I hear a lot from women. Like, I don't want to get bulky. I don't want to look manly. Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, and I've said it in class before. Like, it's okay. It hurts. But if I were to ask, like, do I look bulky? Don't even have to answer. Your response is answer enough, right? I'm not bulky, but like I eat, a ton of protein. I eat a lot of food. I lift heavy weights, and like, you're not gonna accidentally get bulky. I think women get worried because they see like actual strong women, or they see the principal from Matilda, Mrs. Trunchbull, and they're like, I don't want to look like that, and it's like you're not gonna look like that. You're not gonna look like that. You come in and like you apply yourself and you work hard and you get like more tone. What do you got to say? What do you got to say?
Niece, I don't know. You met my niece. She did the CrossFit Kids. Mm-hmm. Not Jolie, not the older one. Not Joanna's daughter, the small one. And I think the other day she said I walk like her or something like that. That's funny.
Right. And then so it's interesting because I think women that get worried and they're like, oh, I don't want like big shoulders. I don't want to be bulky and strong. And then like, if you start to get closer to that, if you're like, oh, I actually like, I like
that. Yeah,
like,
honestly,
the shoulders,
like,
and I like my arms.
I like my shoulder. Like, I showed you the picture. You can see my shoulders and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I like that.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, maybe I should just like stay at a stable weight so they don't continue to grow or tone up or whatever. And then I'm like, no, fuck that. I can do more. Oops, I just cussed.
No, it's totally fine.
I'm like, I can like, I want to do more.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna just stop because
Right.
I look manly. So
Right,
what?
and I think it's a funny thing because I hear women say that like, oh, I look manly. Like Alejandra said something to me once about like, oh, I looked in the mirror and thought I felt, and I'm like, you don't look manly.
Yeah, no.
Like just because you have some like muscle tone doesn't mean you look manly.
Yeah.
And I think like the argument that like I want to make to women is that because women love to accessorize, like these are accessories, like that shoulder muscle, and those are accessories. Like you can go and buy Chanel, you can go and buy Dolce & Gabbana. Like you can't buy like shoulders.
You can't buy shoulders, but
right?
you can buy glutes and legs and.
Yeah, I mean you can, but like
fake.
yeah, right.
So no.
Like you could buy glutes, but then when it comes time to like squat or deadlift, that silicon's not going to do anything. That doesn't do anything. It doesn't help you squat or
it does
deadlift.
not help.
Right. Like
Yeah.
when we're in here doing like Atlas stones,
Yeah.
BBL's not going to help with that. Like put in the work and then once you get to that point, you're like, hell yeah, I look like Mrs. Trunch, but like get out of the way.
Get out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah, because I did see something about that. Like a woman was like, these are my accessories. Like I like to accessorize. Like that's a great way to like try and sell it to women, and it's like, yeah, check like little bicep muscle, and then also like when you get strong, again to kind of circle back, like the confidence that you get, like lifting a heavy barbell. I think most women before they start doing CrossFit, if I was like, oh, you're gonna press 100 pounds overhead, you're gonna be like, shh. That's 3 digits. That sounds crazy. And now you're like,
okay.
It's 100 pounds. All right, it's a light day.
Yeah.
Like yeah, 100 is not that bad. When I'm in class and I'm like, hey, I want you to get ready for 200, and you're like, all right. So it's a fun balance.
It is.
It's a challenging balance as well. And it's tough because we want the women to be stronger so that like you're like elbows cracking stereo.
What was it the other day? My mom said something. She said something about we were gonna do a weight, and she's like, I know it was like 30s. She's like, oh, that's heavy, and I'm like, Mom, that's how much your backpack weighs when you go to Mexico and you walk with it all day. And she's like, you're right, I can do it. So then she did the workout. It was funny.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you already do this.
Right. I think it is funny because, I'll say, don't grab 25s, grab 30s or 35s, and the women are like, that's crazy. And I'm like, that's the weight of a small child. Like a 1-year-old is like 30, 35 pounds.
Yeah.
Like as kids get older, they just get heavier and heavier, and it's like doing a 115-pound clean like you did today. It means you could pick up a child up to like 9 or 10 years old.
Yeah, I do pick them up.
Yeah, and and it's different because like the barbell's heavy and it like looks scary, but if you had to go pick up like Joelle for something, if it's like, oh, she's asleep on the floor, you got to pick her up, carry her to her bed. Yeah. Like you're not going to be thinking like, oh, how much is she? You're like, oh, like, okay, she's heavy, but I got to do that.
Yeah, I actually did that in August. I went to California, and she's 6 now. My 6-year-old niece fell asleep, and we're like, she's tired, I'll just carry her. And I carried her around the pier until she woke up, and my sister was like, are you okay? Are you fine? Are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, dude, like, she's not that heavy.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm prepared for this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, it's an extreme scenario, but, like, if there was, like, an emergency situation and you had to, like, scoop up a kid.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you want to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And that's why I want, like, women to do strength training. And there's a lot of like benefits, like with regulating hormones and stuff like that, bone density, obviously. As women age, I hear a lot of comments, and I know there's a lot of research and stuff. And I think that I think the main reason why women struggle with bone density as they age is just because
The lack of
being
exercise.
strong, and the lack of exercise, just isn't like a thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh yeah, you're gonna, have a desk job or whatever, a stay-at-home mom, something like not like have a physical
Yeah,
job.
not have a physical job where they can exercise.
Yeah.
'Cause- yeah.
And I think that sucks.
It does suck. And like, not only that, but like, if you have like a sedentary lifestyle.
Yeah.
Cause like, I know one time I counted my steps and I'm like, I honestly did not get to like 100 steps.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I need to change this.
Yeah.
Because I do have an office job, so I'm at the desk all day.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And it's really easy because our lives are kind of built around being comfortable. And it's like a human nature where we're designed to survive. So like the way that our brains are wired is to like survive the day, like eating and establishing shelter. So that's why it can be really difficult to go home after work, and then like if you go home, sit down, you're kind of stuck there, and it's hard to go back and leave and like go to the gym,
Yeah.
because your brain is wired to establish like food and shelter. So you go to work, which means that you're gonna have the money to
have
pay for like food and shelter.
Yeah.
So when you get home, your brain is wired to go, I did the thing that I needed to do to survive today.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I've
Yeah.
never thought about it that way.
Yeah, so like you get home and it's like, I don't have to do anything else because I already did all the survival things. There's food at home, there's shelter, no big deal. So that's why I think the earlier class works really well for a lot of people, or whichever class is right after their work, because it's like, oh, I can go do the thing, boom,
And then come back. Yeah.
And it's hard to work against the way that our brains are wired, because that's the biggest thing. Like, it's just survival. That's why we do like a progressive overload when we weight train, or when we do mobility training, or cardiovascular training. We make it harder and harder and harder, and our body is trying to survive, so that it's trying to adapt to that. That's one of the ways that our brains are wired as well, because our brains don't know the difference between a fist fight or like hunting for food versus exercise.
Okay.
Like if you were a hunter 300 years ago and you had to chase down a deer, like that's like doing a Metcon that has a bunch of running in it. Like, oh, we're gonna run 400 meters and then we're coming in and we're doing 10 deadlifts. It's like you just chased down a deer and now you've got to pick it up and carry it home.
Yeah.
So your body doesn't know the difference, but what it
Okay.
knows is if we make it more and more challenging over time, like you just have to run farther to catch a bigger deer. So that's the concept of why we do it, and how you can get like better over time. And it's interesting to have like that other kind of like layer of knowledge on it, not
yeah.
just like the science of like, oh, the eccentric and concentric movements. It's like, how are our brains wired
for it. Yeah.
to like actually do it? It'd be like trying to like use a computer to do something it's not programmed to do.
Yeah.
Like it'd be like trying to Google search something while you're at the checkout kiosk at Kroger. It's like, this thing doesn't have Google, so that you can't like do a Google search, but it can check stuff out. So if we kind of play with the wiring on our brain and we understand how it works,
Yeah.
you can like really get into really get into the thing. So getting into the new year, we talked about having goals and stuff like that. And it's really easy to come up with some like big goals or New Year's resolutions going into the new year. It's hard to stick with them, but the good news is like you can always kind of go back to them and revisit them.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times they're just old goals that we kind of recycle. What kind of goals do you have coming into the new year? I know it's February. It's actually Valentine's Day today, or Galentine's Day here at the gym, because we did have 3 men at the gym today, which was crazy.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
And you know, it's fun to watch you guys because I feel like you guys are so competitive.
Yeah.
And it's like, they're over there trying to show each other off.
Just like, oh, look at the monkeys over there dancing in the corner. Yeah. And like, we don't
That's
talk
funny.
at all.
No,
like,
you're
it's
just
so,
like, go, move.
Yeah. Yeah. So like,
More
more
weight.
Yeah. Yeah, more weight. No more weight. And then the women are like, blah, 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 and just like going on and on.
No,
about
I'm
it.
watching you guys. I
Yeah.
think it's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that
It's
from
fun.
thinking about it now, like that outside perspective of like, yeah, we didn't talk to each other at all. We're just over there doing it.
I need more weight. That's about it.
Yeah. So goals coming
Okay.
into the year. Obviously, you've got schooling that you're wrapping up,
Yes.
which should be fun. What other kind of goals do you think? And not necessarily just on the gym.
I
in the
honestly
gym.
just think like the whole no repping myself.
Mhm.
I think I've been doing that more,
Yeah.
more of that of like, okay,
Good.
no, like that wasn't a good rep. I have to redo it.
Yeah.
And then like really pushing myself to like the next step.
Mhm.
Like I know you've
Sorry,
seen
like,
me. Oh no.
You were no, because of the that's a little
my-
mustache, right?
It's not a mustache. They're Frida Kahlo's eyes. See, it's a mustache.
oh, well,
I'm
you
watching you. All right. I mean, it looks like a mustache, but what's it called?
So no,
okay.
no repping yourself.
So no repping myself, and then like pushing myself more,
Mhm.
because it's like, okay, like I've been here for what, 3 years now.
Yeah.
I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I should be able to do a wall walk.
Sure.
I should be able to do this. Like, I can do one pull up.
Mhm.
Well, I could do like a couple pull ups, but then that's it.
Mhm.
And it's like I should be more advanced.
Yeah, I would say change your wording a little bit. Not necessarily should, but you could.
Okay.
Because like having like made up goalposts like that is not a good thing, like mentally, because I don't want you to like get down on yourself, because you have gotten better. And I've heard other athletes who are like, I should be able to do this. By what standard?
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
What standard are you going off
Yeah.
of? And also like you're, busy with school and work and stuff like that. So it just depends. If you really want those things and you want those things to improve, like, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna have to do something different. But it's challenging to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like finish up my college stuff and working on getting more pull-ups and wall walks, and it's like,
No, yeah, no. That's why I was like, no, I'm gonna finish school first, and then we'll see what I come up with,
yeah,
which probably won't be in here.
Yeah.
Just because, what else am I gonna do?
right,
You know.
right,
but-
until the next thing comes up.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, we can, you can shift
Shift.
your focus a little bit. Focus on, if it's a career change, it's like, all right. Which, obviously, if you're going to school, you're probably looking to do a career change. Most people, like, don't go to school and then, like, stay doing the thing that they were doing. The goal is to go to school and do something different.
Yeah, I haven't figured that part out yet.
Right. Yeah.
But always looking for growth, so.
Yeah. And the gym is a great place for that. And if you keep that kind of healthy habit, it does bleed into other things.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Being able to see that you're capable of doing more here, it's like, oh, okay, if I can do more here, I can also probably do more there.
Do more there, yeah.
So, no repping yourself, that's awesome. What else? Getting more comfortable being uncomfortable, challenging yourself more, finishing up the schooling, and then you don't know what you're doing after that. Do you have an idea of, like, what would be the amazing thing that would happen after that you would be like, that would be awesome? Because everybody has like a that would be awesome thing.
I honestly have not looked that. I have not. I can't. It's too much. I'm like, 1 class, 2 classes, graduation, 3rd class, and then I'll think about what comes beyond that.
Yeah. You're not like flipping through magazines and you're like, I would love to be like
I
an
haven't
editor.
touched a magazine like in 10
Well,
years.
well,
They're
I'm
like
saying, like,
obsolete.
I'm
Well,
saying,
it's
like, you know
all
what?
digital. I know what you mean. But
Yeah.
No, I have not.
Interesting. And that's totally fine too, because like keeping your focus on like the thing that's right in front of you, that'll keep progress. Sometimes people get caught up in you know, something that's
Long-term,
way
yeah.
far away, and then they don't take any action. You're taking action, and doing the classes, doing the things. That's how you make progress. And then eventually you look back and you're like, wow,
Oh,
I
wow.
was way back there when I started, and now I'm way up
And
here.
yeah, I think that's what has helped me, because I'm like, if I look at the big picture, it's like too much.
It's very scary.
Yeah, and overwhelming. So I'm like, I'm just gonna do like one thing at a time and slowly get there.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how this happened.
Really? How did this idea come?
So just love coaching classes and love doing it, and hated being in the RV industry. And I was like, okay, well, you know, try and open a gym to get out of the RV industry and help people. And when I kind of finally decided, you know, I just sat down with a piece of paper, and actually I started in reverse.
Okay.
So I knew that I was going to, the first thing I wrote down was lock the doors after class. And I was like, yeah. So I was like, okay, that's the end goal, is to lock the doors after class. Class
Yeah.
is done. Like we did the things.
Yeah.
So I had to work backwards, and I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna need a door to lock, so I got to get a door. I can't just have a door without a building, so I'm gonna need a building. And then from there, like, how big of a building am I gonna need? You know, once we have the building, what equipment are we gonna need? So when it came to like ordering the rig and the rowers and the dumbbells and the plates, all that I kind of went through and just like built classes in my head of like, okay, if we've got classes of 14 people and we're doing a heavier Metcon and it's half men, half women, how many bumper plates will we need to have all the men have 225 and all the women have 185? If we've got to work out like Fran and everybody's RXing it, or if it's half RX, half scaled, like how many 25s and how many 15s and how many 10s, stuff like that. So actually when I put in an order through Rogue for our equipment, I just sent them like a list of like, this is what I want. The only thing that was really like just adding it to the cart was the rig, which is actually 2 rigs, and then there's extra pieces in the middle. So it's those 3 stations there, those 2 stations there, those are 2 separate rigs, and then there's the bars connecting them in the middle. So I had to like order extra hardware for that.
Cool.
Yeah, because like you can get on Rogue, and there are like affiliate kits, like where you can order it and be like, oh, I want to open like a 10-person gym, and it'll give you like 10 rowers and barbells and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't really like any of those options. So, and then some of the other stuff, like, you know, the bands.
So now I'm gonna ask you.
Let's do it.
Okay, so what made you decide, like, I want to do what is it, the L10 or what
The
is
level
it?
1?
The level 1.
For
Yeah,
CrossFit?
yeah. What made you say this is for me? Or
So when I first started doing CrossFit, I just enjoyed like the variety of everything that we did,
okay.
which played well with like the ADHD, and it's not like the same thing every day. And there's a lot to work on, and it's not just weightlifting, and it's not just gymnastics, and it's not just cardio. It's like, we're gonna do all of it and see what you can do. So I really enjoyed that, and I enjoyed being in a place where people wanted to work hard.
Okay.
Because like I said, I came from the RV industry, and at that time that was 12 years in, and in the RV industry, a lot of the times the case is people show up and they're like, I want my money, and it's like, you've got to do work to get paid.
Yeah.
So coming to the gym and being in a place where people like walk in to do work and they walk in to be better, was like, just blew my mind. Like, wow, like you guys want to work hard? That's crazy, because I want to work hard.
Yeah.
So being around other people that also wanted to work hard. And then as like it fed into the ADHD, where like I wanted to like do it more often and more often and more often, and then consuming more content about like how to deadlift and how to clean and how to rope climb and how to do these things. I wanted to help people like more and more understand it. So like when I would be in class and I saw somebody was struggling, I'd be like, hey, this is what helped me. And then it would help them. So that's kind of how the coaching started, was like, this worked for me, maybe it'll work for you. And they're like, that did work for me. And I'm like, that's awesome. I'm glad I could help. Actually, the two things that I started coaching with was deadlifts and rope climbs.
Okay.
And actually, like the coach where I was at would have me coach the rope climb even before I got my level 1, or even thought about coaching or anything like that. Was like, oh, Steven's really good at the rope climb and he's good at explaining it, so go ahead, explain it. And then after a little while, I got my level 1, just because that's kind of like the next progression. And you don't have to get the level 1 with the idea that you're going to be coaching because of it, because there's just a lot of knowledge that comes with it. And the level 1, it touches on coaching a little bit, but it's mostly just like the CrossFit methodology.
Okay.
And like why we do the things that we do. So I talked about like the way that our brains are wired. For like survival. So it's kind of the same concept with the level 1. It's like, why do we squat below parallel? Why do we do the difficult things? Like, why do we do metcons really fast sometimes? Why are they slower and drawn out sometimes? So with the level 1, you get to learn more about that. And it doesn't really get like super science-y, but there is a lot that you learn about, like not the history, kind of the history of CrossFit, but like the foundation.
The foundation of it.
So like, you know, I reference the 10 general physical skills a lot. In there, it more clearly outlines like what they are. There's like a paragraph, and you'll be able to see, it's like, oh, well, what's the difference between flexibility and agility? Like those kind of sound the same. Or what's the difference between strength and power? What's the difference between endurance and stamina?
Yeah.
In there, it really outlines it. And after I like started looking into it and learned more about the methodology, and I was like, man, there's a lot to this, and it's not just do push-ups to do push-ups. It's not just like working out to like have big muscles. It's to be like really functional.
Yeah.
So that, you know, when you go on vacation and your niece is tired, you can pick them up and you can carry them a long time. And not just your niece. Like if you were hiking somewhere and somebody got injured, you would be like, I could help carry you like down the path.
Yeah.
You know, if somebody like sprained their ankle and they're like, I can't put weight on it, you'd be like, all right, well, I'm gonna throw you over my shoulder and we're walking this motherfucker down. Like,
yeah.
I'm not leaving you up here to die. And they're like, it's a 5-minute walk, just help somebody. You're like, no. I'm gonna carry you.
I'm gonna carry you. Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah, so just being able to help people and being around people who like want to work hard and want to improve. Because that's rare. That's crazy rare. That's crazy rare to be in a room full of people that, in a way, you can say like you're not good enough and they're not going to be offended. And it's not to ever say like you're not good enough. It's to say like you are capable of more, because that's very important, is like the wording. But a lot of people, when you tell them they're capable of more, they hear I'm not good enough. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that's a delicate dance. It's a delicate dance to say, I think you can do more. And then people are like, why is what I'm doing not good enough?
But I also, honestly, I feel like you know your athletes well enough to know that, like, I can say that to her, but I can't say that to this one.
Yeah, that's definitely the case. Some people I can just be like, just stop sucking. Stop being bad. And they'll be like, oh, okay, you're right, I was. And then other people, it's you gotta bring flowers. You'd be like, that was a great one, but I think if you did this, yeah. And it's fun. And I try and tell people who like want to get into coaching. Getting into coaching is very similar to just learning the movements the way that they are. So learning how to do cleans, learning how to do snatches, like is just like learning how to coach Connie, versus learning how to coach Joanna. And then when you're in a class full of people, it's also different, similar to the way like Metcons are built. If I've got a class like of group A of athletes, it might be a different like coaching technique than group B of athletes. Still gonna get like all the coaching, everything, but just have to approach it differently. Just like in a workout, sometimes we change it. We've done, take Fran for instance, 21, 15, 9 thrusters and pull-ups.
Okay.
You're doing 21 thrusters, 21 pull-ups, 15 thrusters, 15 pull-ups, 9, 9. It's the same, but it would be very different if I just said do 45 thrusters and do 45 pull-ups. The numbers are the same.
But you're like,
yeah.
No.
And you're like, oh, it's a very different workout there. It's the same thing when you coach. It's still all the CrossFit. It's still all the things, and especially that you know how to do. But it's just trying to shift the stuff around and figure it out in the like new configuration.
Yeah.
Let's see. How do your mom Maria and Joe feel about CrossFit? Let's go into.
They like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they still have a membership,
Yeah.
so they like it. Her mom sent me a message the other day. It was like, I'm tired of being at the back.
I
of the
told her
leaderboard."
she did. Oh, did you understand it? Because she's like, I don't think. And she messaged me. She's like, this is what he said, and I'm like, I don't think he understood you because I thought you meant like where you record your time.
Uh-huh.
That she's always at the bottom, but she meant that board.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
she doesn't want to be at the bottom of that board.
Oh, okay.
That's why she
Well,
was
she's
like,
not at the bottom.
she's
I
like,
mean-
I don't want to be at the bottom of the board. I'm like, I don't think he understood you. Yeah, because she's like, he told me to eat more protein or something.
Yeah. Okay. No. So I thought that's what she meant was at the leaderboard.
No, she meant that attendance board.
Well, I mean, if she wants to be higher up on the attendance board, why is she not here today?
She's busy. But yeah, no, I was like, I don't think he understood you, Mom. She's like, well, he told me to eat more protein. She's like, what does that have to do with me showing up to class? I'm like, he didn't understand it.
Well, if she eats more and works on her nutrition, she'll be more addicted because she'll see more results.
She'll see, her results.
And then you're like, I gotta go because I'm trying to get more swole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great.
Even my grandma, she liked
Yeah.
She liked the little classes.
Yeah. I would. Lots of gyms have like a silver sneakers or like a seniors program.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to be able to do something like that. It's just really tough, like trying to get it organized and like nailing down a time that works for everybody. Like that's the biggest thing with those like extra classes like that, the kids class or a seniors class or a whatever, is just actually getting a time that works for everybody. Because everybody's like, this time's perfect for me, and then this time's perfect for me, and that time's perfect for me, and you're like.
So why did you decide 8:30 for your new class that you opened up?
I thought that it worked well. That's a pretty common time slot, and it's like the soccer mom time slot.
Okay.
It's like, oh, kids go to school, boom, you go to class.
Okay.
So that 8:30, it's usually like 8:30 or 9 o'clock, something like that. That works out for most gyms. So that's where the 8:30 came from. I think and we've got the 6 a.m. class, and honestly, I think the reason that didn't end up earlier was because in the beginning, the coaches for that class didn't have an earlier availability.
Okay.
But I think a lot of the times having it earlier, either 5:15 or 5:30 works out a little bit better, because then people can go to the gym, do their workout, go home, shower, and then start their day. But the 6 a.m., yeah, we just don't have someone to be able to
Do it
run
earlier.
that
Yeah.
early. Because that's a tough time slot to work out in, tough time slot to like get up to
Listen,
coach.
I didn't work for like 6 months last year, and I tried to come in at 6. I did it once,
Yeah.
and I wasn't working. So
It is.
Like props to people that come at 6.
Yeah, some people start their day like that. Like
No.
when I've tried to work out at 6, like everything is just so much more difficult. And I spent so much time starting my day at like 5 a.m. at work, you know, working on RVs, building RVs, doing stuff, like moving, going.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'll go to a 6 a.m. class. And then I come in here and I'm like, this does not feel
Normal.
anything. Like it's terrible.
Yeah.
Like I can't deadlift anything, can't squat it, can't move. It's like, man. So yeah, the people at this 6 a.m. class, especially the people who will go like full send, I'm like, I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, because then you have to have your the rest of your day. You're barely starting your day, and you're
Yeah.
already deadlifting.
And some people gain a ton of energy. Like I don't. I finish a workout and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Right.
eat and sit down.
Yeah.
Like that's that kind of, like I said, the way that your brain is wired. Like my brain is like, we got into a fight, we survived the fight, sit down and do nothing for the rest of the day. And I'm like, let's do it. But then like responsibilities are like standing behind you, staring in the back of your head. Yeah, it's tough. What's your favorite lift?
My favorite lift, the deadlift.
Do you have a favorite lift that you hate? So the deadlift is probably a pretty universal answer for most people.
What do you mean? Oh, favorite one that I hate?
Is there a favorite lift or a lift that you would like to be better at? Like a lot of the times, like snatches. Like people don't like snatches.
Which one's the one where you like have to like go underneath it?
The jerk,
Yeah.
yeah, the jerk. The timing on that is challenging.
Those.
Your favorite one to hate. Like if you got better at it, you'd be like, ooh, that could possibly be my new favorite. But it's really tough.
I really can't think of one. I know that I love one that everybody hates, which is thrusters. I love thrusters.
Yeah, that would probably be my favorite movement that I hate.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
The front rack position in the thruster is not great. Like supporting the barbell, especially lightweight. I would rather do heavy thrusters for only a little bit less repetitions than lightweight thrusters for just a little bit more. Like Fran 21-15-9, those 45 thrusters are terrible at 95 pounds for me. I'd rather do 35, maybe even 40 at like 115
That's true.
or even 135, just because like the lighter weight bar doesn't play that well with that like front rack mobility. So at 95 pounds, the bar is like just barely floating over my shoulder, and I don't get to like let it sit on my shoulder unless I go with like an open grip,
Yeah.
which doesn't work all that well if you're pressing.
You're gonna pressing, yeah.
Whereas with the heavier barbell, I can keep more of a full grip on it, and like it helps hold my hand down so I can keep my elbow up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thrusters, I do really enjoy thrusters, but I hate lightweight thrusters. Yeah, your front rack mobility is pretty good though. And that makes a big
Thank you.
difference in the.
Yeah, everybody's like thrusters. I'm like, yes, thrusters.
Yeah,
They're like,
most people. Yeah,
I'm like,
there
"Yay."
very few people sit in the middle on the thruster. It's either they love the thrusters and because they can do them really well, or they hate them.
No, I love them.
Yeah. What's the worst movement?
Overhead squat.
Overhead squat. It's not running.
Oh, well, oh
Ooh.
yeah, maybe. Maybe it's between those two.
Yeah. Yeah, running is up there. Running would be up there for me. I would say running's probably my least favorite.
The bicycle.
Yeah. Yeah. It depends. I think it depends. The Echo bike, I'm less of a fan of. I should be on the Echo bike more. Because if we're like, we're doing 50 calories for like the RX, like I'm gravitating towards the assault bike. And I'm like, okay, 50 calories on the assault bike. I'm like, all right. But if you're like 50 calories on the Echo bike, my brain's like,
Are you sure?
we're gonna have to commit a lot more to that. Yeah, the overhead squat is definitely another one that's in this probably the same category, if not even a little bit on the worse side than the thruster. There's not really any movement other than the overhead squat that helps the overhead squat. Whereas something like a thruster, when we do front squats, that can help the thruster if you're thinking about having more of a grip on the bar or stuff like that. Whereas the overhead squat, like that's just a challenge in its own. Those would be like the two movements. I think those are the two contenders for the most effective barbell movement. Like I said, like the burpee is the king of the body weight movement.
You know what? How can I forget burpees?
Yeah. Well.
I hate burpees.
Yeah. More than running though?
Yeah. More than running.
I think burpees are the most effective movement, and they are tied. Your ability to do burpees are tied so closely to your fitness, I think. And it's not whether or not you like burpees. It's not whether or not you like burpees. It's how good you are at them. I think the better you are at burpees, the assumption of your fitness level can be higher.
Okay.
Like if you see somebody who can just like rip burpees, you're like, wow. And they're like doing them properly, like full extension, or if we're doing burpees over or something, you can guesstimate a pretty decent level of fitness. Now you don't have to like them. That's one thing that I gotta put out there. Like you can hate burpees, but if you get good at them, like that's very good news for your fitness levels. And it's kind of the same way with the thruster and like the overhead squat / snatch.
Okay.
So if you get good at doing thrusters, or you get good at doing the overhead squat or the full snatch, that's also pretty relative to your fitness because they take a lot of mobility as well as like strength and coordination, stuff like that. The burpee is a lot mental, especially the way that we do it. Like with CrossFit, it's like you start standing, you go down, chest to the deck, stand up, hands above your head, little jump. It doesn't have like a strict push up. Like for the Guinness Book of World Records, when they do burpees, they do, it's like the Marine or Navy style or something like that. When they go down, if you were trying to set a Guinness record, you have to push your hands out completely like that, and then you're coming up. Yeah, because they want, like, I guess they do that to like show that you're all the way flat on the floor. I don't know. I don't know the exact reasoning behind it, but
No, I like the refiner's fire coffee.
sometimes we get
burpees.
the death burpees where it's just
no marine burpees.
yeah, it's like you flop down on the floor, however, and then get up, however. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you were gonna be like stranded on an island, think like Tom Hanks' Castaway, and you're like, what movement is gonna keep me fit for life? I would say burpees. And if you're like, but I got a barbell, and I say they do burpees and thrusters, or do burpees and snatches. Like if you just did that, if you can do burpees, you can do thrusters, you can do snatches.
You're good.
You're pretty much fine. Pretty much fine. Running would be great, but I don't know. I got a personal disdain for running.
I don't know.
And I'm not like a terrible runner either. It's just, it's not as fun as anything else.
No, it's not really fun. It's boring.
Yeah. And I think as human beings, we can run, but you know, we ran to, you know, beat stuff up or to keep from getting beat up.
Whichever one.
Yeah, like that's the thing. You know, our endurance is so much better. That's why, like, what you could chase down a deer, like it's gonna be faster than you.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is, like the energy systems that a deer has aren't as efficient as human beings. Like we can eat so much less calories than most other creatures out there, and we can function on so many less calories because our energy systems are efficient. But like we're a lot weaker than other creatures, like relative to our like body weight. But like we can run and like we have the endurance, and it's not like a full distance or like full speed sprint, but like, you know, you could run a marathon. Like, damn, other creatures can't go for that long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? No, you're done. You have to think of something.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that would be good to note or a good question to ask. That might be it, unless you got something
No.
in your mind.
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
When we talk about I don't know.
It doesn't have to be specifically to the gym.
I'm not sure. Let's talk about Atlas stones.
Atlas stones.
What
Yeah,
was your
you like-
first time? Yeah, I like those.
Yeah. My first time with the Atlas stones?
Yeah.
I think the first CrossFit gym I was at had Atlas stones.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I don't know that we ever really used them all that much. I've got to make up some more Atlas stones.
Really? Like, how heavy?
The heaviest, so I've got the molds for the stone going all the way up to like over 300.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah, I didn't make up one of those yet. I do have to figure out how to get some in-between weights, because I think the stones that we have jump from like 100 to 130.
Yeah.
So I'd like to have an in-between in there. It's just challenging to figure out, because like if you put, so you can make them lighter by putting like styrofoam balls in them.
Okay.
And you can make them heavier by putting like weights in them, or putting something that's heavier than the concrete,
Yeah.
because they're just solid concrete. But it's challenging trying to get it just right, because it's like, okay, if I put 10 pounds of weight in there, is that taking out 6 pounds of concrete?
Okay.
So I'm only adding 4 pounds to it. So it's challenging trying
To figure out.
get the weights
Yeah.
adjusted just right until like afterwards. You can do some math, a decent amount of math to do it, but it's tough to get. How do you feel about the Atlas stones? You like them?
So I like them, and I know like the first time we tried them, it was like what, the 60-pound one,
Yeah,
and then like couldn't even lift it,
yeah,
and then like what was like 2 months later, I was able to lift them.
yeah.
So I was like it just kind of, to me, when I like realized that, I was like, whoa, like I couldn't even lift it here, and then 2 months later, like I'm lifting them like nothing,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah. And I think with new movements like that, like it's scary and that holds you back. So a lot of that, like the confidence and being able to like, oh, I can actually like lift that thing up. Whereas I think you probably could have done the 60 and the 100 the first time around, but because it was new and you were like,
and they're scary.
right, it's just like solid concrete.
Like, My toe. I like my toe.
Right. Yeah, because it is scary. Yeah, the possibility of like dropping it and stuff like that. But yeah, you like the strongman stuff, the log, things like that.
Yeah, that was fun. It was
Yeah.
fun. It was new, but
Mhm.
I did like it.
I've got ideas because we've got the strongman that's coming up as well.
We're having one here.
Yeah, we'll do that again the weekend after Mother's Day.
Okay.
So we'll have True Challenge, and then the next month, about a month later, we'll have the strongman.
Okay.
I'm gonna do like a package deal, so anybody that does sign up for True Challenge will get like a discount signing up for the strongman.
Okay.
But yeah, I've got some more equipment that I've got to build for that. It should be a lot of fun.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
That's fun. What are you like? Are we gonna do the log, right? That's the one.
So I'm not sure that we'll do the log. With the strongman competition year after year, I want to repeat one event from the prior year.
Oh, okay.
So I think this year might do the stone to shoulder again.
Okay.
But then the other 4 events will be new.
New.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not 100% certain though, but I think that's the way I'm going to do it.
No, yeah.
And then if you competed last year, you'd be able to look back and see, oh, what did I do last time? You know, if you remember whatever, you have video of it.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I did 10 last time, I did 15 this time. Something
That's
like
cool.
that.
Yeah, that's cool. That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, but then it's, everything else will be new, so it's not just like the same thing over and over again.
Yeah. That could be
So,
boring.
yeah, that should be fun. I'm excited about that. I've got a couple ideas for those events. That should be a lot of fun.
Well, let me know. I can help you. I'm taking
Yeah.
a marketing class.
Yeah,
I'll help you.
I need a lot of help with that.
Let me know. I'll help you.
I need, honestly, like, I don't know exactly what it needs to look like or what the marketing needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like I work with a business mentorship company, but it's challenging. It's challenging.
Well, it's a new field for you,
Yeah.
honestly. Like,
What I really need is to be able to just hand it off to somebody and be like, "You're the
here.
marketing person now."
You're a marketing content creator.
Yeah. And that's something that we've been trying to work. That's something I've been trying to do with this, and then between Jill and the ladies group there about what videos are we gonna record
Those
and
are
post.
fun. Well, it was
Yeah.
the first time I participated today. It was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, they're fun. So just trying to figure out how to do more and more stuff like that, because I'm not good at that. I'm not good at taking pictures either. Whether it's kids school events or if I very rarely, but take vacation, anything like that. I'm not the type to be like, let's do the pictures.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the thing, and then later I'm like, I got no
I
pictures
have
from
no
the thing.
pictures of the thing.
Yeah.
That I enjoyed.
Yeah, which is tough because the marketing of the gym is huge and it's important, and I'm not good at it. I'm good at the coaching part, not at the marketing part.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll have to talk about that more.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. I don't know how long we've been talking, but I feel like that's a great.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's noon.
Noon? I don't know when we started.
I don't know.
Probably. Can I see it on there? I can't see it. I don't know if that's the overall. What was?
It's
there.
1 hour 8.
I don't know if that's right though.
Oh, I don't know.
I think we can wrap it up there though.
Okay.
Sound good?
Sounds good.
That was Connie, Athletes at the Bar, episode 3.